Hi, this is Gary with MacMost Now. On today's episode, let's learn how to share files with friends using Dropbox. Way back in episode 330, I showed you how to sync files between your Macs using Dropbox. Now, with Mobile Me going away and with it iDisk, Dropbox becomes even more important because it's the primary service for not only syncing files between Macs, but also for sharing files, because you can put files in your Dropbox folder and then have other people have access to them. It's a really quick, easy way to share large files with people if you don't have access to FTP servers or some other file sharing service. Let me show you how. Now, of course, the first thing you need to do is have a Dropbox account. You can go to dropbox.com, set one up, and then it will prompt you to download the Dropbox application, which then runs on your Mac. And usually you get a little control here at the top, and you could open your Dropbox folder. I've already done that, and I've got this special Dropbox folder on my Mac now. Anything I put in that Dropbox folder will then sync automatically with the Dropbox servers. So, to upload something, all I need to do is actually put it in this folder. So it's just as simple as dragging and dropping files to another folder on your Mac. For instance, over here I have my Documents folder. Let me go and take this test.rtf and I'm going to drag it over here and stick it in my Dropbox folder. Now I want to be careful. If I drop it in there, notice how it actually moved it from this folder. It's gone. It actually exists now in my Dropbox folder. Instead, I'm going to put it back and I'm going to Option and drag. Holding the Option key down makes a copy of it, which then puts it in the Dropbox folder, leaving the original there. So it depends how you want to operate. Now notice that it took a second there, and then I got a green check mark saying that it automatically synced with the Dropbox server. That means it's up at the server and stored on the internet. Now, if I want to share this with somebody else, I have two different options. One is to share it publicly, and the other is to share it with a specific friend or group of friends. To share it publicly, I want to put it in the public folder here, not in the main Dropbox folder. So now if I look in the public folder in Dropbox, you can see that I've got my test.rtf file. I can select it, and if I control click on it and go to Dropbox, you can see I get copy public link. I copy that link there, and then if I were to go to Safari and paste that link in there, it would then go to that file and automatically download it. I could also paste that link into an email message to a friend and say, hey, the file you want is right here. Now in addition, I can go to my web browser and go to dropbox.com and log in with that same account that I'm using on my Mac. And here I get to see a list of files. So here under Dropbox is just like before, photos and public. I can go into public. I can see that test.rtf file there. And there's a action arrow there where I can actually copy the public link from there as well. Now I can also create another shared folder. Let's do that. Let's share a folder and give it a name. And after I give it a name, I then have to give it a list of recipients, email addresses for Dropbox accounts. That's the important thing. And then an email message will go to that person. Let's do one. I hit share folder, and now I get this for my friends folder. I can go up a level and see it's there for my friends. Now the cool thing that'll happen is once that person gets an email and confirms that they do want to share this folder with me, anything I put in this Dropbox folder, I'll actually leave Safari and go into here, and you can see that one level up now is created that for my friends folder on my Mac. And anything I put in there, they'll actually see a For My Friends folder as well. And we'll actually be syncing this folder between our Macs. So I can drop a file in there and they can pull it out. So it's a great way to send files to somebody and then have them removed from your Dropbox when they get them. In addition to that, if you go back into Dropbox on the website, there's a Photos folder. And this is a special folder, especially made for sharing photo albums. So you can drop photos in here. Actually, you go in and you would create a new folder. You can see in here I've got the Photos album on my Mac. There's the sample album, and in that there's some sample photos that Dropbox includes. I can add more photos to this. And what happens with that sample album, I can control click on it, and let's do it again. Control click on it under Dropbox. I can copy the public gallery link. So now when I actually paste that into my browser, you can see it's got this long link here. It actually will give me a gallery view of those photos. So it's a really quick way to create a photo gallery without having to use, say, Flickr or Picasa or something else. Just drag and drop photos in here, give somebody this public link, and you've got a quick little photo album using Dropbox. So there are 3 ways to share files using Dropbox. Give somebody a public link, share a folder between your 2 Dropboxes, or for photos, create a quick photo gallery in Dropbox. And these are all great as a substitute for emailing large files, because email systems aren't really built to support very large files. And they're also great for collaboration. You can send somebody a file, they can work on it, send it back to you, and you can go back and forth like that. Hope you found this useful. Till next time, this is Gary with MacMost Now. Want more video tutorials? Just go to MacMost.com, click on the videos link at the top of the page, and then you can view all of the hundreds of MacMost videos by category.